and welcome to Black Astronauts live from Dragoncon. This is a very special show as this is our first live show. Give it up, y'all. What's up?
Hey.
Yeah. Well, I need to do every show in person now.
Blood.
Well, by live, make sure they understand we're actually staring at each other.
Yeah, which is the wildest,
Yeah.
creepiest
Naked.
thing.
Yeah.
What?
No.
Wait,
No.
come on, bro.
This
This
is
is
not-
not second.
It's not.
Oh, my wife's here. Never mind, babe.
And the look that she's giving you, so perfect.
This is not Married to Shade. So this is us talking live from DragonCon. This is our first time getting together, and we wanted to give you all something to really just tide over because we're going to take a break after DragonCon for about a week.
About
I'm all right with that.
But we did want to give y'all an update and some of the things that we've been doing. First thing I'm going to do is, like I always do, I'm going to go around the room. There is a special person, one of the founders of the Black Astronauts,
Yes.
Rocket Manic.
Here it comes. Here it comes.
What's good?
There you go.
Oh, that felt so great. Been holding that for 3
The
years.
ecstasy in his voice, in his face. Y'all didn't see the vinegar.
What's good, family? How y'all doing?
What's good, man? Welcome back.
Man.
Hey, man, it feels good. man.
Back from to the land of the living, man.
Oh, for real. I mean, you know.
What's been up with you?
What's been good with me, man? Just family, y'all know. I think last time I was here, we were all praying homage to you doing your what was the name of that? The individual cast.
All right.
The Untitled interview
The
show.
Untitled interview show. So I think
I
at
forgot
that
you
point,
were on that.
I had my second child. So, you know, if y'all ever had kids, you know, just trying to hold on to my sanity, you know, that memory loss is real. You know, actually, you know, I started a new position. You know, I think last time I talked, I started a new position. I'm a millennial as hell.
Yeah, you are.
Switching it up.
And, you know, right now I discovered this thing called sleep. It's amazing.
Don't tell anybody else.
I don't even know what.
Yeah, it's this thing called sleep where you close your eyes.
Hey, first of all, you won't be disrespecting me like that.
Right.
I just realized this is an
And
all
your-
kid having cast.
Yeah.
Probably the first for that
First,
as well.
it is first for that.
You know,
Yeah.
your brain
Yeah.
gets to recharge.
Nah.
Like I'm remembering shit called words
Nah, none of that.
and scenarios. So
Yeah,
anyway,
you definitely did say girth yesterday at the meetup for no reason.
I was gonna let you live, but yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah, you know.
Under what circumstances did he say girth?
That's what I was thinking.
so-
I was like, is that in normal?
Like it's like all my words came back at once, and girth was at the top. I was girthy.
It was usually to
Yes.
describe Aaron though. So I was
Did
like, huh.
I don't know
made
if
it
this is
even-
an appropriate
This
conversation.
show is
Seriously,
already
I was
gotten
getting
off
We
the
should
rails.
just move on.
That's crazy.
Well,
Yeah.
we got the other new voice.
Welcome back, guys.
So we also, well, no, go ahead, keep going.
Nah, so basically, I'm just blessed to be able to be here with y'all. That's
Yeah,
it.
man.
Indeed.
This is our annual DragonCon pilgrimage. Only he left me hanging this year. I had to drive by myself.
Yeah, yeah, but he made it, man. He
Yeah.
never would have made it.
Yeah, through 3 thunderous storms in the
wow.
middle of the Tennessee mountains.
Jesus.
And look at you, and look at Aaron.
So I know there's not a lot of alcohol. Is there any cheese in here so we can
Cheese?
So with the wine,
that I'm hearing?
Oh,
okay. Is that
That's
what's
a new
in?
one.
You're real good, huh? Yeah. Okay. Anyway,
Spicy in the
better be
sad
glad.
violin.
you better be glad I don't have Skype open.
Listen, yeah, ain't no hanging up, bro. What's up?
So next up, we got somebody that is very important to the Black Astronauts. Been there since the very beginning. The man that made our
Stop
website.
looking at me.
And it is now he's on the I Do It for Hip Hop podcast. I'm going to give it up to my man Bug. What's up, man?
What up, y'all? How y'all doing?
What's going on,
Y'all
man?
about to have me up here on the spot.
I feel like you're basically the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
I am. You heard my name, but you've never met me before.
Never mind the man behind the curtain.
Yeah, that's kind of how I get down anyway. I'm real quiet, but you know.
So first, tell me about the I Do It for Hip Hop podcast.
So the I Do It for Hip Hop podcast is a weekly podcast where we talk about hip hop, lots of music, you know, just life in general, and how much we enjoy it. We do music reviews, and that's primarily what we've been doing so far.
Yeah.
And this
Lots of
East
music
Coast is hell. What's
It is very
What's,
East Coast.
what's his, before I say his government, what does he go by?
He goes by Great Pharaoh.
Great. There you go.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Pharaoh?
So
There you go.
I've known him for a long time, and I'm sick and tired of Great Pharaoh. Things, let you guys know. But he's been doing it forever, so I'm just like, all right, whatever. I'll just let you live.
Does he have a Bible and yells at women on a corner?
No.
He could. He could. I could see him doing
He's
that.
had some moments.
Hearing the names like a Wu-Tang verse, it started going in my head. You know what I mean? Like Great Pharaoh.
Damn, what was my Wu-Tang name? It was
Yeah,
awful.
You had a Wu-Tang?
When I went on the show,
Yeah,
we went on the show
you
with
had a
Jay-Z.
Wu-Tang name on the game.
Yeah, and I was
I'm
really
on the show.
disappointed with my Wu-Tang name.
Oh.
See, I had a really good one.
Yeah. I
Mine was
forgot it,
like
though.
Bambino Deluxe or something really.
Ooh, that's
like,
terrible. That couldn't have been
sound
that
like
bad.
stripper name.
It was bad. That sounds real bad.
Yeah.
Young Airline.
But yeah, man, it's a good show. I've been trying to get them on. The way we've been ripping and running, we haven't had any guests on. So once we come back from our break, which thank you again for our break. I gotta pull up the Patreon. Give me 1 second. Feek, take over.
Yeah, so I guess the next special guest is not as special. Is oh, I'm sorry, I was about to skip my boy. What do I call? I'm not saying your government. What
Call him
Boog?
Boog.
Okay, I just double checking.
Boog.
Boog, I'm sorry. We were in the middle of talking about I do it for hip hop. You also want to plug this project you're working on.
So Aaron asked me to do this. I'm going to do it because I need to, because this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yes. This is hard. Now, everybody bear with Boog right here. Boog is one of the most genuinely humble people I know. Most people are humble just to brag about it.
Right.
Boog is genuinely humble, but he's working on something pretty
appreciate
significant,
that.
spectacular here. So, like, bear with him as he fumbles through trying to brag on some hot shit he's
I'm
doing.
not going to fumble. Here we go. All right. So I started a company. It's called Code Elephant. And Code Elephant is basically an Atlanta-based technology education program. And we teach kids how to code and teens how to code in underserved neighborhoods, basically.
Nice.
So just to make sure they know coding, by coding you mean like writing computer
Yeah,
programs.
writing computer programs.
This is legit computer stuff, not just playing Minecraft.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right.
I've been a coder for about 10, 15 years now. It's been a long time, seriously. I work with everything, so I want to give some knowledge back to the kids. I really enjoy doing that, and hopefully we can start young and we can build them up from there, man.
Indeed.
That's dope.
Yeah. Super
Good
dope.
stuff.
So, I guess where can they find the podcast at? What can they find Code Elephant at? Where can they find you?
There you go. Good job.
I had to warm up. Aaron tossed me that hot potato real quick. And
All right, so you can find I Do It for Hip Hop podcast on iTunes. We're also on where the hell are we at? On Twitter. Yeah, we're on Twitter. Right. So on iTunes, you can just type in I Do It for Hip Hop podcast. On Twitter, you can hit up at Great Pharaoh. It's GRAPAHROAH. And so Code Elephant, you can find us everywhere. At Code Elephant, CODEELEPHANT on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and our website is codeelephant.net. So
Yeah, definitely. I want everybody to at least go check it out. Give him a bunch of hits because, like I said, this brother has supported us since the very beginning, and we are all behind this cause, right?
right.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we want to see our young men and women out here making it happen in the tech field. So
And dividends.
I appreciate
Why not
that,
invest
guys.
in this bad boy.
exactly.
Yes.
5-star reviews too. Don't forget
All
that.
day.
Yeah, absolutely. 5-star reviews. Next up, somebody you may have heard once or twice on our network.
Maybe.
Maybe. Somebody named AJ. AJ, what's up with you?
Hi, everybody.
I didn't mess it up.
No, you didn't. Thank you.
I was
Thank
looking
you.
the whole time. I'm like, AJ.
Yeah, it's always nerve-wracking. Nothing much. I'm kind of like Rock, just keeping sanity. This is a long weekend, so that's a little scary. It means we have to have our children for longer than usual.
Yes.
So, we have to keep them entertained, keep them alive. That is the name of the game. Enjoying the festivities here in the city, but that's about it.
Yeah. So we'll get back to you about the parade, but you guys happened to dress up as what this year?
So we were a Deadpool family, and I'm gonna have to catch you on that. We didn't happen to dress up. We are about this cosplaying
yeah.
life.
You
Okay,
have been.
This is not happenstance. This is what we do.
Go to church.
It's in us.
Excuse me.
So yeah, but we were a Deadpool family. I really think we pulled it off.
I think you did.
Really
You
good,
did.
right?
I think
we
was
elevated
one of the better
every year.
ones.
Yes, because
think it's one of the better
we started real small, and each year we invest a little bit more. So I'm excited about how this is going. Now I will say our youngest kid may not be a cosplayer. I'm sorry.
He wasn't feeling
he
this.
was not feeling it. He never wanted to put on his mask, but we'll work on that. But yeah, it was fun.
Good. And we got a loudmouth over here. Somebody that you may have heard since the very beginning.
Teddy's just got on the show.
I know. It's crazy,
what you
right?
see what you
Fig Blurman, man, how you been?
I've been good.
Tired.
I'm tired, just
Tired.
like you. Running through these streets. I at least didn't have the 13-hour drive, but I definitely worked full days and had to pick up my kid. Like left Dragoncon to go to elementary school to get my kids, and it didn't feel the same. You know, your brain is not used to doing fun, then getting back to parents. It's like, Plus, we halfway renovated like the upper part of our house. Not renovated, but like
Yeah, but we did a lot
thoroughly
this
clean.
week. Yeah.
You know, stuff like that. And yeah, I'm in need of sleep, and we got this whack mattress. Man, I just thought about that.
Yeah. Can we?
And we
set
get
up
and
a-
don't forget we're doing this tomorrow again.
Yeah, yeah.
We're not done, y'all.
Back at it.
We decided to do this tonight for y'all, so y'all can have something.
Yeah, me and Aaron are right back at it. We got some good interviews yesterday and today.
Yeah.
And some dope ones coming tomorrow. Dope pictures, which I guess is a good transition to Teddy. Teddy, who's a kind of an interloper
What'd you call
guest,
me? The cultural
appropriator
of nerd
culture, appropriator of nerd culture. Yes. I had to
Yeah.
explain to him and CJ last night as they laughed at me about
Listen.
how they're almost like white people.
Shout out to Feet going into dad mode, and I'm older than you. Get out of here. So, like, we were at the meetup, and Feet comes with the dad hands, just like, now listen, y'all. You start interviewing these people, don't make them feel bad about life. I'm like, come on, man, have a little faith in me. Come on. All I'm gonna do is ask him, like, where did it go wrong? And, nah, man, but it was
CJ
good.
talking about she gonna be the Joan Rivers. I was like opposite direction. Completely. You gotta earn that.
Hey, come on. But no, it's been good. It's been interesting. It's been very. I would have never come without BAP being here. But I enjoy it so far.
Yeah, the pictures look like y'all had a lot of fun.
Yeah, it
We
does.
did. We legitimately did. I had a special guest host, which we'll talk about, I guess, later on when the episode comes out. But we got a chance to interview people outside of Dragoncon that were really into the cosplay, but we focused on people of color, try to get the backstory and explain, you know, a lot of people, like, it's hard to remember that there's a lot of people like me that just have no idea about this. Like,
Right. Yeah.
Comic-Con, I see the interviews on YouTube. That's about as far as I go, though. So when y'all start talking about Dragoncon, I'm just like, is this Game of Thrones? Like, we Team Cersei? I don't understand. But, you know, like, now I get it a little bit more, seeing it. And
It's
a big
hard
deal,
to
man.
touch Dragoncon or any type of con atmosphere without recognizing why people that do it.
Yeah. Like, I legit had a light bulb moment of when we were done with the interviews, and we had this really nice discussion with this young lady. I don't know what she was dressed up as. It was yellow and it was nice. And
Nice.
yeah, no,
I'll let that slide.
don't judge me. So, but you know, like she made it a point when we asked her the question. We're trying to focus on people of color. She got super excited. She's just like, man, I've been coming here for years, and this year this is the most that I've seen. But it's still
Me and
not
Feek were
enough.
both saying that.
And I'm just like, yo, what? We only saw like 3 Black Panthers.
That's
Shocked me.
that's a lot.
Really?
It definitely was more.
It was way more, man.
But you're right, of course. But I just assumed that would
Well,
be,
so you have to. So a couple things. One, the movie isn't out yet,
yeah.
and the black cosplayers are trying to be a little more creative a lot of times.
Okay.
They're still wanting to do the black version of their favorite character that they grew up with. Where Black Panther, even though he's from the 60s, he didn't really start getting a lot of popularity.
It's about the 80s, 90s.
Yeah, but even, I would say even a little bit
90s.
later.
Yeah, about
like
the 90s.
mid to late 90s after the X craze started to slow down.
Okay.
Probably when he got with Storm, but that's we
Yeah,
get a
that's-
little
that's-
nerdier.
Black
nerdy
Panther
than-
got with Storm.
See?
Yeah.
See?
It's
Don't
not just
embarrass
me.
baby.
Was that everybody else
Embarrassing
knew
in front of my
this?
fans.
No, I didn't know it either.
I'm looking
Yeah,
at
yeah,
everybody's
yeah.
eyes like, did you know?
I'm not
Did
looking
you know?
directly at you. I respect you too much.
But yeah, overall we had a really good time. Teddy, by the way, I'm so uncomfortable because Teddy is behind the board and nobody has ever recorded a BIP. And with me being here,
Yeah.
behind the board.
What just happened here, real quick?
Oh,
It's respectful. Okay.
his heart just dropped.
I get it. I can't even say nothing.
Yeah, man. All the times you hung up on me.
Two. I
Payback,
hung up on
partner.
two.
Yeah, 4. But I mean, who's counting?
Probably more
Who's
than
counting?
4.
Yeah,
Who's
yeah,
counting?
yeah.
So what we're gonna do today? First, I want to talk about our patrons. There's a special guest in the house, so I'm gonna have him read off our patrons. What our Patreon is, you all are the reason we're here. What happened is we had a little contest to see if we could get to our goal. If we got to our goal, Aaron would dress up as an Ewok. Aaron we did not get to our goal, so no Ewok costume.
Yet.
No,
We
at
figured
all.
something out, y'all.
So before you say that, though, I assume that because you're doing this introduction, you appreciate, you value our patrons.
Oh,
right?
absolutely.
If you value them so much.
Don't do it.
Hold on.
No.
If you value
Give
them
him a
so
little
much,
reward, man.
you may not be able to do the full costume, but I think we came up with a good compromise. So because they came so close, we're going to order, don't even worry about the price, I got it, right? We're going to order just like something that you can put over your head. You may have a couple little Ewok ears, you know what I'm saying?
No.
And then you can just be the thugged out Ewok that we know you as.
No,
It's-
no,
Yeah.
no.
Ewok bouncer.
But we do thank y'all because you all were able to help us pay for the meetup.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Had a good time there, and helped me get up to Dragoncon, so we could do this great coverage. So, with that being said, Rocket Manning is gonna read off our patrons.
What's crazy is he knows I chew names for breakfast.
Yeah, I know.
So, hey, even though you gave us money, me saying your name funny might just be a way of me honoring you. Yeah, we'll roll with that.
Yeah, good job.
Felt 5. What's good?
That's the homie.
Yeah,
Hey, thanks so much.
AKA Aaron.
basically.
Stop it.
Robbie Russo, thank you. Pashto Chinese. Does that sound familiar, guys?
Chanae.
Chanae? All right.
yeah.
He's making me do this, guys.
This is awesome.
All right. Mr. Glade, thank you. Thank you. Sadea H, we appreciate you. Deloya.
Okay.
Deloya?
Yeah, yeah.
She's a lawyer.
Come represent me.
Yeah, man.
All right. Wonga, thank you.
Australia's finest.
Jess T. Hey, thanks. Appreciate you. Keith A. You're great. Sherman R.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
Are you still with us? Mr. Brent. Thanks. Thayer A. C. Cole. Ashley G. Cho Nilla.
Yes.
ShowNilla.com.
Hey, we appreciate y'all. Knowledge on the corner with the Bible. Y'all know women.
This is like a dad joke medley.
Yeah, it is.
Is that why we enjoyed him? Like, that was good. We all
We're all admiring his ability.
Dre. It was a good
Takes
day.
talent.
That's cute. MJ. Got monkeys.
That's MJ from the Dr. Abrasive show.
Hey, what's up? Donald, the duck.
Let's pick it up a little bit.
Yeah, pick up the speed. a
That's
little
the end of the dad joke exhibition.
Let's see. Ophelia Ono, thank you. Thea Wilkerson, Charlie Snowflake,
bit. Yeah, still around.
nice.
First one.
Angela D. Shadrach C. Appreciate you.
Shadrach.
Shack.
Shauna, and a bad Negro. Oh, so hack. Tanya W. Appreciate you. Did we catch Shauna E? Want to make sure we didn't miss that. Raynard G. Ariana. Thank you. Jordan H. Pamela M. Anya Neezy.
No.
No?
on your knees.
On your knees.
He tried to make it so sophisticated. On your knees.
I met her at Target right after we went to Nick Kroger. That would be Nick or Kroger. Anyway, y'all got one in your community. Cameron B, thank you. Shalonda.
This is gonna be a good show.
Shalonda W, appreciate you. Nikki M, thanks.
Keep scrolling.
Yeah, yep, it's coming. Monique, we appreciate you. Oh, no, all right. J. Muddy Clark, cool, thanks. Byron T, and finally, Jess T. Thank you so much, y'all.
Thank you. That list, man. That
Yeah.
list, man.
Huge.
Long and a short amount of time, man, and we appreciate every single one of y'all. So what we're going to do, we're going to talk about the con, but the way we're going to talk about the con, we're going to break it up into sections. So first thing I want to do is have the people that weren't at the con a bunch talk about how it kind of affects, like, the overall, like, the people from Atlanta. How does it affect you all having Dragoncon in your life, in your daily, like, commute and having to adjust to 100,000 extra people being in your city at one time?
So the con has grown.
Yes.
So now traffic is a thing, right? So we avoided traffic this morning going to the parade. I know we'll get into the parade, but yeah, you feel it, but you feel excitement in the city,
right?
People respect con. It's not like this goofy thing. It just has a real good, inviting vibe to it. It's family friendly. So I mean, I was talking about con at work. People are like, "Are you dressing up?" I'm like, "Of course, cause I do this." Right. And
Our school teachers.
School teacher. Our son's teacher emailed us last night saying, "Hey, my husband and I want to go. Like, where should we park? Where should we be? What are we going to see?" So, it's really becoming a staple in, like, Atlanta's schedule of events, where early on it was just like that thing that happened around Labor Day. So it's feel good. I'm proud that I have a con in my city.
Nice. What about you, Book?
So, it's been fun. We've been doing it for about 2 years.
Okay.
One of the things that I find funny about Dragoncon, since I'm a computer programmer, is that I don't know any computer programmers that know anything about Dragoncon.
Really?
Which is hilarious to me. Right? So every time
like
I
saying, like,
so you're
all the black men I know don't like basketball. Like,
exactly. So I talk to people at work, to people that I just talked to that I know that programmers. They're like, "What's Dragoncon?" I'm like, "How do you not know this, man?
Right.
Like, what the hell?"
Like you silently judging them
Exactly.
a
I
little bit.
do. I totally silently
You
judge
have a
them.
Dragon Ball Z.
Right? Exactly. So I always find that hilarious.
Right.
But all the creative people I know, they all know, "Oh, you're going to Dragoncon?" So I usually take the train everywhere at Dragoncon weekend because I live in the city now, so I don't have to drive. So I usually either ride my bike or take the train because it's just
smart.
Because
crazy.
to also add, along with Dragoncon, we actually have in the background the Chick-fil-A kickoff bowl.
Oh yeah,
whatever it's called,
at the Georgia Dome today,
which is 5 blocks down the street.
Yep.
It's also Black Pride weekend.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then it's always like Ludacris and some other people are
They have
always
a big
doing,
Labor
like,
Day party.
Big Labor Day party.
my Lyft driver had that on the radio. I was just like, oh,
Yeah.
Christmas.
So
Party?
everybody's getting it in. Yeah. Labor Day weekend.
Yeah. Okay, you're right.
Yeah.
So I wanted to say when you mentioned that it's Pride weekend too. So literally on opposite ends of Peachtree. If you know anything about Atlanta, you know Peachtree like runs the span of the city. One end you have Dragoncon parade, and on the
middle.
opposite end you have.
No, in the middle you have the football game.
Oh, well, you have the football game.
Essentially.
But then at the same time you have the Pride parade.
And they
Which
all
is-
intermingle, which is so
which
wild.
is really dope to me
Yeah,
actually.
it is.
But yeah.
Except for those Alabama
I
fans
gotta
that were
tell you, I
kind
don't
of
know.
confused.
I've been talking to a lot of Queer Black people that's like in our age range. They do not rock with Pride.
Really?
Yeah, I've heard like several people
Really?
was like, we don't really rock
Black
with
Pride?
Yeah, Black
Or-
Pride.
So
They don't
like,
rock-
I didn't realize it
that's
was
strange.
black.
I didn't
Shout
see
out to
that.
Yeah.
Atlanta. Like it's just
It's just Black Pride.
Pride.
Just
So
Black
we
Pride.
have Pride. Don't
Okay.
get we have
Yeah.
Pride, but yes, there
That's
is a
on,
specific
Stonewall.
Black Pride.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's interesting. But that's not for us to converse about.
Yeah,
but
that sounds
that's interesting
that was a
aside.
pivot,
I'll let
but
somebody
yeah.
else. I'll let
like
CJ speak on that.
Not on my first time.
I get to see in person Aaron be like, stop, no. No. He's right across me giving me that. No,
You speak of things you know nothing of.
But Rock, you've been coming every year that I've come.
Yeah.
How do you feel about, because you actually are like my, I won't say chauffeur, but
Chauffeur. Driving Mr. Aaron.
but you take me pretty much everywhere, and then you get to go off and do your own thing. How do you see the city? Because you lived here, so how do you see the city overall?
Well, I mean, it's a few different things. You know, one is whenever I come, I always get a chance to go back to my alma mater, CAU. And every year see the development, and that's always just cool. I mean, it's always growing. I was once told if you don't see any construction at your school, you need to find a new school, because that means they're not like doing something. And Clark has just been growing exponentially. It's wonderful. So that's one piece. Another piece is just seeing the con just grow. I mean, we usually get there about 10 minutes before it starts.
Right.
Yeah. And, you know, we went from each year, we're like a row back. You know what I mean? Like this year we were like 4 rows back of people. So just to see it grow, just to see the energy. And a big thing for me is, what is it like for these young black kids to see black adults living this life? Like last year we came, I was dressed up as Steven Universe.
Right.
And we were walking down, and there was this young black boy. He was like, Steven Universe? And I looked back at him, I was like, yes. You can be anything you want to be. Like a 30-year-old cosplayer. You know, it made it all worth it, man. So
for the stars. That's what's up.
You know, so just the energy in and of itself, what it represents, because I personally do believe that us as a people, you know, people of color, we have a tendency to limit ourselves.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, we got to be too cool, or you know, we got to walk this straight line, and it just gives us an opportunity to break out. And I'm just happy that Atlanta is a place where this is happening.
Yeah.
So let's transition, since that's a good starting point. Let's talk about the parade, man. The parade was on Saturday. One of the largest parades in the country as far as cosplay is concerned. Now, when you talk about Dragoncon cosplay, you're not just talking about regular cosplay. You're talking about the best of the best at all times. And this year was no exception. Teddy, you actually were in the press pit this time.
I was.
What did you think about covering it as a first-timer, but also as somebody who's seeing this amazing cosplay overall and being able to cover it for the con?
It was amazing. I don't know what everyone's parade experience level is. Mine is very low in general. So, like, you know, like a kid, mom took me out to a random parade. That's great, but why are we here, right? So, like, as an adult, I learned to appreciate it a little bit more, and I'm just like, okay, it's kind of cool, something to do, get outside, see something different. But, like, then you come to Dragoncon, and, like, yo, I guess I just, maybe it's me being older. Maybe it's me being older that I can appreciate people actually doing dope stuff on their own for their own reasons and getting really into it more so than I assumed that people were. Like it was a very, very cool moment. And I mean, side note, they treated the press fairly well, which I guess I was impressed.
Your press. That's what we do.
So strange. So
We're pros, bro.
yeah.
All right?
Hey, can we put a
You're a pro.
We're pro. Me and Aaron have set groundwork here.
Yeah.
Our name rings bells. That's the Black Astronauts.
You know what's funny? The lady at the interview, she did say, I remember y'all from last year.
Right.
And the reason why is because we almost fucked it all up.
But we didn't.
But we didn't.
Which is why we were a 3-man team and a woman team. 3-man and a woman team this year.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Next year, 10 or something.
So what do you think your favorite float or like, and you can give a description because I know you don't know everybody.
No, I do.
Oh,
Yeah.
excuse me.
A day in, I know everybody. So by far my favorite was don't judge me, feet. All right, by far my favorite was when they had the Game of Thrones group come up, and they had a older woman, and she was in a wheelchair, and it was Lady Olenna, the sign that says "I did it." Yes.
Spoiler warning.
That's right. So shout out to Ray. We were talking. We got a chance to meet up with a couple of really cool people, and one of the conversations that we were having with someone from a podcast by the name of Nerds of Prey.
Nerds of Prey. Nerds of Prey.
I like that name. Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
Are they religious nerds or is it just
No.
Actually, they sacrifice before every episode.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Goats,
Really?
sheep,
Witchcraft, all of that.
awesome? I'm gonna listen to this.
No, but Shannon, we had such a great time talking to her, but I was describing to Shannon what Ray's description of Lady Olenna is every time we do a Game of Thrones recap. Lady Olenna, snatcher of edges, thrower of shade. I was like, yeah, shout out to Ray, man. She ain't here, but the spirit is living on. So
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
good.
Anybody else want to talk about some of the like highlights or standouts?
So my kid, he really liked the Netherworld float.
Okay.
That
So
was,
he's
Really?
in,
that was
he's into monsters
So
and things like that?
So I was surprised because he was like, I want to go there. I was like, well, you want to what?
Like, we have no plans.
I
for that.
had no idea. I was like, what are you talking about, dude? Like, where are you? Like, this is brand new for me.
That's awesome.
Right? Didn't you
So-
see Iron Man?
Right? Yeah. Right? He was like, I want to do that. And I was like, all right, whatever, dude. Like, we're on another plane.
You
But,
raising a true nerd. There you go.
Probably.
It's a different version of a nerd. That's a nerdiness we're not prepared to craft.
Yeah, so that was a cool float. I did like the Game of Thrones thing.
Yeah. Oh, that was some good ones.
I didn't know
That was
how I
some good
felt
ones.
about the Handmaid's Tale. That was
That
that.
feels-
I thought so.
Sweet.
I like the
That-
show. I like the
Yeah.
show, but
Problematic.
seeing all of them there, it was
Little-
kind of.
little-
It was
Problematic.
because you kind of didn't know how to respond effectively.
But I
Because
like the
do I
dinosaur, though.
clap?
Right.
Do I play along with the cosplay? Because there's several ways to respond to cosplay for those of the teddies in the audience.
You wanted to describe what it is? 'Cause-
So for the Handmaid's Tale, people that don't know, like the book and the show, I haven't watched the show at all. I hear that
It's
it's.
up
I've
and
heard different responses to it, but it's this really like wild dystopian tale about basically what's happening now.
Right. Yeah. What's happening now?
Except it's very much focused on like the struggles of women. I just look it up. And so the women all wear this like crazy, almost like a mix between like nuns and hijab, and they're not allowed to look at people, and they have to look down, and they're covered from head to toe. And so we had like a group of a good 30, 40 women silently walking through the parade.
Don't forget the T-Rex.
And then,
T-Rex
and
was
then,
there.
and then the T-Rex.
Yeah.
So when the women first got there, everybody in the crowd got quiet because it was like,
Oh shit.
Are we supposed to be doing
right. So yeah. So with cosplay, you either play along and like get like you say, I know your character, so here's the thing for you to do.
Right. I'm of rock.
Right. And so do you do that? Probably not. So you just clap and say, "Ooh, awesome cosplay," because it's like, yeah, but it's still sad. So everybody just got quiet and watched them all that. It was awesome, but awkward. It was. I guess that's maybe what they wanted. They were trying to make a statement. They
And
made
did.
a
They
statement.
made
it. They did,
It
yeah.
worked.
And they did.
So
That's
like,
actually where I was walking into the con to do the interview. It's the last thing I saw. I was like, oh God, this is going to be terrible.
But it was dope at the end when they started singing "That's Just My Baby Daddy."
they didn't.
Did they do that? I was like, where was I? And we were standing right next to you, so that was just, that was dumb. But
Yeah. So
That's just my baby.
But the dinosaur is real though. There really was a
There was
dinosaur
dinosaur, yeah.
handmaiden.
so why the dinosaur?
because why not?
Maybe they
Okay.
wanted to break it up a
Alright.
little bit and say,
Gotcha.
okay, this is
And
not that
it's not that
serious.
Not-
serious.
okay, so
Yeah.
you laugh at the end.
Like,
You're
basically,
this
Don't
when
get
that's
too
it.
scared.
Gotcha, okay.
But seriously though, women are being treated horribly in this country.
Yeah, like that's 100% true. So later on that day, let's talk about our interviews for a little bit. So what happened is, Feek, y'all had y'all a good time. I was in an interview that got canceled. Then we had another interview that got canceled, and then we had a couple more. Feek, let's go into how our day was.
Right. So first, I guess I got to you about 2:30.
Yeah, around 2:30.
And I was exhausted. I was still wearing my cosplay because, it was good, and I
And,
wanted
yeah,
to make
and
sure.
if anybody knows me, you know that I'm not a fan of
doing interviews and cosplay.
In cosplay.
Well, it worked because it was not just cosplay. It was cosplay because I was Dadpool.
Yeah.
I was wearing a shirt and tie.
Right.
And slacks and like shoes. I looked like I could have been going to work. If it wasn't for the red gloves and the Deadpool mask, you would have never known that I was there to cosplay. And so
we got babies here.
Quick for all break. So this is why usually either I'm on the show or AJ's on the show, or the show happens at 10 o'clock in our house, because there's definitely a WWE match going on upstairs.
It
in the
is
playroom.
boys happening.
Right. So if you hear some thumps, it's just hopefully my kids just playing nicely. Anyway, so we're exhausted, but we first had up Mark Meir, who is the voice of Captain Shepard.
Captain. Oh boy,
Commander Shepard.
Don't get it wrong.
Especially me, right?
Yeah, of all people.
Step it up.
Right. Commander Shepard of Mass Effect, who was a really interesting person, like beyond the fact that he played this iconic sci-fi video game character. And that was a cool interview. We talked. The thing I talked to him most about was this like wild marathon improv thing he does. So
he said he's done it over 50 times.
Yeah, no, 20 times.
20, I'm sorry.
Almost 25. His 25th one, he said, is in 2 weeks. And they do improv for 50 straight hours.
Why is that okay?
I don't know, but it's for reasons. I'm not sure.
So it's not just him.
No, it's multiple people.
Yeah, it's multiple
and they go
people.
in and out, but
I got you.
Just like I kind of want to see it, but
Yeah,
I also
almost-
don't want to do anything for 50 straight
Well, you can
hours.
go in and out. Like that's the thing he said.
But I wouldn't want to miss it. I want to see. Like,
Yeah.
I want them to come out with a DVD for that. I
Because-
want 53
because-
episodes of this.
because they're formulating a complete story, like from front to back.
Yes.
They follow a story.
Okay.
But they make it up on the fly.
On
Like
the
that
fly.
shit is dope. Anyway.
Yeah.
So like I tried to convince them through in the interview to like put it in DVD form and make sure we got it.
That didn't happen.
That didn't happen.
He's
But
like,
you know, I had to travel to Edmonton.
Really nice guy.
Really, yeah, awesome, dope dude. Came in with a puppet. I forgot to ask about the puppet.
Yeah.
Then not long after that, let's see, we had a break. We had a hobo nap.
We did have a homeless nap.
So tell us about the homeless nap. 'Cause I was sleeping.
What was it?
So Feek randomly we sat down because we were trying to plan out the rest of the day. Feek literally sat down and said, "Guy, I'm gonna take a nap," and I'm looking like it's the middle of the day and it's and then
It's like kind of a parking lot. Like literally, it's a car turnabout.
yeah, and he sat down, put his back to the back of the wall,
Just fell asleep.
and just fell asleep.
That's
And I was sitting there like, man, I would love to go to sleep right now, but I
At
can't.
first, he was judging. Then he was jealous.
Yeah, I was very jealous
because
because
come steal everything. Yeah.
because we both couldn't go to sleep. But then we looked like two homeless people,
Right.
Nah,
and then we about to get kicked out.
Nah, I feel like it would have been okay.
I mean, there's worse. Well, not worse. There's wilder and weirder things going on.
Right, right.
But yeah, so that I needed that to recharge my batteries, and then something really racist happened. So I guess we'll do that real quick. Did that happened before or after?
It happened after.
Okay, so all right. So I don't watch Walking Dead, right?
Wait, neither do you.
Nope.
But I know.
So just me. All right.
Babe, can you? Hold on.
She got it.
Okay. Sorry. It just sounds dangerous upstairs. So I don't watch Walking Dead, but I'm very aware that there is a character of Asian descent who wears a hat and has a book bag, and his name is Glenn.
Sure.
And so we're like in line to get pizza, and up walks a young man of Asian descent with a hat and a book bag and like a beige-ish t-shirt, like shirt. And I like just because I'm like I love cosplay and I love good cosplay, so I'm like Glenn,
Oh,
and he just
Wait. It gets worse. This is not the racist.
he doesn't turn around and respond, and so I'm like, before I could get out another Glenn, Aaron grabs my arm. Is like, no, it's just the Asian dude,
Like, what are you doing?
and I'm like. I'm legit like I feel really bad about it now.
Nah.
In the moment, I'm legit confused. Like, no, this motherfucker's Glenn. He's Glenn. We're at
Now,
Dragoncon.
now, mind you, this poor man is trying his hardest not to turn around and sock him in his motherfucking face.
I just feel like I'm not gonna defend myself. It was a mistake. I really thought he was Glenn.
Yeah.
I argued with Aaron for a good like 3 minutes before.
And he loud enough to where the man could hear
No,
it.
it was kind of quiet.
That's
You know,
part of course, though. Arguing with somebody when you done fucked
But
up.
I'm literally looking like, I'm like, Feek, that is just a dude. It's a dude.
All right, if I'm at DragonCon,
And
right?
you have on, no. And you
no.
have,
If I'm at DragonCon, I'm a largest man with locks. But if I was a little bit smaller and I was at DragonCon and I just happened to have on a long blue jacket and freaking gold gloves.
But that's not what happened.
And
He had on a shirt.
with a Thunderbolt on it, and somebody came up to me and said, "Oh, it's Static Shock." I wouldn't be like, "No."
But
He was wearing
Feek,
his skin.
he was wearing his skin. He was wearing what I was wearing.
I started to be like, when he had a book bag, and Aaron's like, "Nigga, we all got book bags."
We nerds. What is wrong with
But hold on,
you?
to make it worse, I did it again.
And within the hour.
Within
half an hour.
No, like an hour later.
No,
maybe.
it was-
Is that the dude that you stopped and you started doing some karate moves?
No,
to?
I didn't do that. I wasn't that bad.
Jesus.
But like we're waiting for our second interview, which I'll get to in a second. And another Asian dude walks out the room with a hat and a book.
Now, mind you, this man is a star. He's star.
actually on TV.
He's on TV for the 100. CW's the 100.
And I didn't
I'ma
say
look up
it.
his
I
name.
looked at Aaron of approval, like, it's like, nigga, no. We just earned this spot. You gonna lose it for us. So, yeah, mistakes are made. And then after that, we interviewed Michael Dorn,
AKA
Worf, AKA I Am Weasel, and 100 other cartoon character voices. It's interesting. I've seen him without his makeup before, but like not in a long time.
He looked like my uncle.
Yeah, he's aged really well. He's 65. He do 43.
And he's funny.
Yeah, he's funny. Just really, really interesting perspective. 25 years in the game, basically.
Yeah.
And so that was dope. I guess real quick touch on the fact that on Friday we finally got an interview with Afua Richardson. Afua gave one.
Glenn? I just found a picture of Glenn and I'm showing it to Feek.
That's not Glenn.
It's not?
No, that's not Glenn.
Okay.
'Cause that guy's Korean. And I'm pretty sure Glenn is Vietnamese.
Shout out to Christopher Larkin. You know,
Yeah.
we apologize, and you're great.
The Afua Richardson interview was so dope. I can't wait for y'all to hear it. We've been trying to get her for like 3 years, and we always kept missing her. But yeah, so that was like kind of the totality of the last 2 days, and we got 3 interviews tomorrow. Anybody want to pick up that alley-oop I just threw out? Maybe the
I'm
person
sorry.
that's
Yeah, probably. Yeah, as far as I know, there's three new interviews.
Yeah, we have Kellyanne the
Don't do it.
yeah, I'm about to mess
Kelly,
up her
just
name.
say it, Miss Kelly. Yeah,
The
Good old Miss
author
Kelly.
Author of Bitch Planet, which is one of my favorite books out right now.
Right.
She's gonna be there. She's got so much love.
Kelly Sue DeConnick.
Kelly Sue DeConnick. You have something with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, I'm doing the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. presser. So that press conference.
Is that another series?
What?
Agents
of S.H.I.E.L.D. It's a show.
Shield. What was
Shield.
that again?
Shield.
Agent of
Shield.
Seal.
Yeah, that's what Rockin' I
Shield.
heard.
The fuck you said.
Try to over enunciate to us when you got the Bambi deal legs. Get out of here.
And then we have Echo Kellum, aka
Echo Kellum.
aka Mr. Terrific, from Arrow,
Right.
In another presser.
Dope Spectrum.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, and then we have a independent artist that we're probably gonna have to circle back to.
Yes, we really want to get to
We
her.
really want to get to her because she's doing like this cool web comic, which I think we've had the theme through all the interviews of kind of like living the dream,
Right.
per se. Because these are people that are like paid to
play.
play,
Right.
You know, and they don't have concussions after 10 years of doing it.
Right.
It's a
And
football
so, like,
reference. That was good.
Right.
That's good.
Right. And so, like, there's stories. The stories that come out of that question are usually pretty awesome. So I'm
Yeah,
looking forward
absolutely.
to doing it again.
Yeah.
We also talked about maybe trying to get a few more authors. Excuse me, couple comic book creators. What was the one guy with the
Dietrich Smith.
Man,
He has this dope. What was it again? Frankenstein. Frankenstein's oldest descendant is a single black mother whose son was killed by police officers. It was murdered by police officers, and she resurrected him. But he's a Frankenstein monster.
but he's a superhero.
But he's also got superpowers.
Frankenstein can have kids?
Well, you know.
Frankenstein was the doctor.
Okay.
He wasn't the actual monster.
Oh, okay.
You suck.
Shut up.
And that's what appropriation looks like.
I'm like, how does that work? Okay. All right.
We all saw the damn record skipping in slow motion. You know? Don't say it.
Don't give him ammunition.
You just set me up, man. I don't know.
But it was the people from Tuskegee Airs. We might get.
Which they are coming out with their Kickstarter. So we saw some some panels.
Yeah, we saw some unfinished but legit panels. Which if you're messing with Kickstarter people, you never know what you're gonna get.
But luckily, they've been.
Yeah, I donated to them like in 2015, and I wasn't like mad about it, but I was like, "Ooh, come on,
Right.
You need more? Let's go." So they're coming out with a full book coming soon. So
Yeah.
good stuff. It's a
Yeah.
full book. I knew you buddies. I got your back. I preempted you.
But overall, this DragonCon has been eventful. We linked up with a lot. Like we saw the Fan Bros. We saw
ETMF.
ETMF.
Shout out to
the
Sean.
homie
Sean. We had a good time with him at the meetup.
The black nerd girls.
Black Girl
conglomerate,
Nerds.
They got like a
Black
full,
Girl. Yeah, BGN has like 18 people here.
Yeah.
And it was just good seeing all the black podcasters out and supporting each other. Me and Teddy, like I said earlier, or Teddy said earlier, had a nice, dope, 2-hour conversation?
Oh my gosh! Yeah.
We were down in the media relations room for a minute.
The secret that I picked up on is that like that's basically the best place with air conditioning to get a seat.
Oh, that's the place. That's home.
Like
That's
kinda
home.
beautiful. Yeah,
You know?
I get it. But yeah, it was good, man. A lot of dope people that we've had a chance to see.
And you know what?
over.
We didn't even talk about the fact that Teddy did interviews. He did man on the street interviews for us. So we were all out.
Which
actually,
hopefully we're not offensive to nerds.
It's gonna be awesome, guys.
I'm looking forward
it's
to
just gonna be
the
awesome.
edited version.
Listen, Dan Carroll.
But don't
I can't
let
wait
them
to-
lie.
I can't
Yeah.
wait to hear it. I
All
can't
right.
wait to hear
Thank you for having faith, non-nerds. Thank you.
But yeah, man, this is just one of our shows that we like to put out. Like I said, we're probably gonna take at least a week break because I'm back in school, so I got to get adjusted.
I'm back in school.
Yeah, Feek's in
I'm not
school.
taking the actual class.
But this is taking a lot out of us. Keep in mind, there was a fireside chat that came out for the premium list. I know, right?
Was that intersectional animatronics? That's like my favorite name of a show ever.
No, that wasn't a fireside chat. That was the last BAP.
That was done Thursday.
Yeah, the last fireside was Thursday. So we still got content for y'all. I'm actually thinking about putting out some more content that I've been saving. So maybe you'll get a best of show this week that I've been kind of working on. But we just wanted to take the time to really thank y'all, man. Like get together and be around each other. Like this is a big moment for me, man. Like, excuse me, I'm around, especially at the meetup. The meetup was where I met my doppelganger. Felt Five.
Yeah, Felt
Can we
Five.
talk about that?
Him and
No,
Felt
no.
Five.
You don't. Matter of fact, hold on. Let's go ahead and turn Aaron off. Now go ahead.
Aaron brought Felt 5 in, and I was just like, oh, man, this is it. This is like death or something. This is horsemen of the apocalypse. This is a moment where two people from two different timelines that are occupying the same body are going to touch, and the singularity is going to happen in the universe.
Yeah.
Something bad was prone to happen when Felt 5 and Aaron came in because they're basically the same person.
Here's this is gonna be Bambi Deer Legs. I'm calling it before I start. Here's a good nerd reference, guys. Here we go. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Anybody up to par?
Yes.
You remember? I think this is the Bogus Journey, actually, when they had to build their own robots to combat.
Out of trash?
Yeah, right. So they had the two little.
AJ's looking at the picture now.
So they had the two creatures separate, but when it was time to build, they like ran from one side of the parking lot to the other. Then they created one person.
Yeah.
That's basically what happened to Felt
basically
5
what
today, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to that. All right, now I can let you back in. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, so we had that meetup, and we had some listeners come out. ETMF crew was out as well. I can't thank Sean enough, man, because Sean holds it down.
That's okay.
And always kind of lets us know what's going on that we might have missed because they do things a little different, and they like to party.
Shout out to Toppings Bar.
Yeah,
on
Toppings
Whitehall Street.
Pizza.
Toppings Pizza.
Yes,
on
absolutely.
Whitehall Street. Super dope wings. Baby.
Wings were incredible.
We'll want their wings.
And
so.
let's talk about the service.
Service is good. We weren't ready for the visual representation of the service.
Stop it.
But it's also good.
Was it bad?
No, it was not bad meaning bad, but bad meaning good.
No, I didn't get a chance to last night.
CAU alumni,
CAU
owner.
alumni.
Sure.
You might remember him, Champ.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Actually, real talk. Like, my first memory of meeting this dude was like freshman year, and I'm trying to be all neo soul, and I got this bracelet, and I walk in the room, and he looks at me, he goes, "Wonder Woman." So there was a part of me that was like, "Fuck this man,"
But it was a good job.
But that was good.
but
That was good. Yeah.
everything else was great.
Right. good shit. And, the CJ's homeboy, I think,
Yeah.
that kind of connected
Yes.
us to him.
Yeah.
Because we had another place in mind that wouldn't have been as good as this.
Yeah, this was by far our best meetup so far.
Yeah.
And we need to support black businesses more.
Right.
So if you're in the Atlanta area, definitely go check them out. Like I said, service is really good.
It was great.
They had a live band
Yep.
playing randomly.
Yeah.
So
And then when the live band wasn't, it was good trap music.
yeah, oh yeah, it was a
21
combination.
Savage.
It did my heart really, really great.
Right. So,
Really great.
well, going back to what I was saying earlier, this is like the family I built because I'm close to my family, but like distance wise, I'm not very close to my family. So I'm able to communicate with you all every week. Like I talk to you all sometimes more than I talk to my family.
We know.
I know I do.
Jeez.
And I'm able to get you all together, and it was just wild to see. So from the listeners to the actual people here, I genuinely appreciate it, man. And I couldn't do it without you all. So I'm going to go around the room. I'm going to give anybody their last final thoughts. I'm going to start with one of the two special guests, Rock, man.
Yo,
What's good? It's your boy, Rock.
Say it again.
Your boy Rock.
Get that out.
oh,
Yeah.
On Twitter, the website.
And then start snoring.
Yeah, and then start snoring.
Hey, look, real talk. I was getting what's the guy? The Glen Eyes.
Yeah, go listen to Rock Hates Mongolian Grill.
Sleepy. All right. I just want to say, man, I love all y'all, man. There's only a few places where I could be this ridiculous and people not leave me. Nah, man, it's just great being around all this melanated energy, all this intelligence, black excellence. It's just a wonderful.
Hey, don't y'all, now that he's on the show, don't y'all write in asking if he's coming back on the show. Because y'all did that last time.
Hey.
And I asked
Hey.
for 2 years.
I'm not gonna name anybody on the network, but you know, people are asking, man. People won't rock back.
I'm just saying, we shall see.
All right.
Rock likes money
Well,
I do.
that's valid.
I do. And sleep.
and sleep.
Yeah.
It's sad. Anyway, no, but all love, man, and we'll see what can happen.
Yeah, absolutely. Boog, man, tell us again about your podcast and about your business you're starting.
So first of all, I like to say that I like when y'all come in town. It's fun. It's always a good time getting up with everybody. Just seeing you again, meeting new faces, Teddy.
Yeah.
So that's to me that's the most fun about
Yeah,
Dragoncon, just
absolutely.
hanging out with you guys. Anyway, so plug it again. Cold Elephant at Cold Elephant everywhere: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. ColdElephant.net.
My daughter was not a fan of the
No,
of the
it
logo.
was hilarious, bro. Like I had all my designers cracking up. Look, his daughter was like, "Elephants don't wear glasses," and I had everybody was crying. But like we really built off of that moment. Like that opened up a bunch of opportunities for us to really make it what it is right now. Actually. Because it was like, okay, we're gonna wear glasses. We actually gonna make a character.
Right.
So
It's only a matter of time before we got your show on Netflix.
Yeah, so it was pretty cool.
Yeah. And what about your podcast?
Oh yeah, so the podcast I do for Hip Hop Podcast.
Y'all just put out an episode, right?
Yes, we put out two new episodes because our fearless leader who was editing, he's been jet setting a lot.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
we haven't been able to edit down as fast as we usually are. So, but you can hit us up at on Twitter at Great Pharaoh, GRAPAHAROAH, and that's about it, man.
No doubt. AJ, what's good?
Yeah, so I kind of feel like everybody else that I just appreciate the energy that
Good.
that everybody brings.
Hold on.
Let's switch it up. Okay. So yeah, I appreciate everybody, everybody's energy. Like Aaron said, this is the family that yes, you did build, but it's a time. Con is a time where we see people that we don't always see, and it feels very family, and it's a lot of love, and so I'm grateful for you guys being here. This was fun, and I look forward to next year.
I heard you're gonna tweet eventually.
Oh.
Don't make me start treating you like feet.
You're asking for too much.
Don't.
Like I don't know. What is it? Twitter, the website?
Yeah, my wife is supporting her family.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
She's trying to create a legacy.
Yeah.
So
No tweeting.
No tweeting.
Then I wanted to sing Cardi B. Whatever.
Yeah, that is good. Please edit that out.
He's like, it's horrible, actually.
Feek Blurman. Tired Feek Blurman.
Tired feet blurman. Yeah, this is great. I'm about to go play Madden. Oh no, we're about to start the fire.
Yeah, we're about to start the fire.
We'll have a real actual fireside chat.
Yeah, y'all don't get all of it. Y'all don't get everything.
Right. This conversation happened before this podcast started. I was like, that would be good for the show.
Yeah, I was thinking that same thing. We should just
I'm
break
not
these
down.
mics out.
Yeah, I can't do that.
No.
Because I'm not in my best
Where can they find you?
Y'all know, man. It's the places I go and be. On Twitter, the website.
No doubt. Teddy D, the man behind the board.
Yeah, man. It's been great. Got a chance to put face with the voices that talk to all this time. When my wife's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Don't worry about it, babe."
Right.
Really good. I'm growing in my nerddom.
You are.
I'm growing.
You are.
But
Feek is judging.
every time I take a step forward, I just look at Feek and I'm just like, do I really want to go there? Do I really want to go there? But no, you know what? On the record, thank y'all for opening your house, though. You got beautiful table with lemons on it, and just it's so adult and sophisticated. So
I know, right? It makes me want to grow up.
Shout out to AJ for having a beautiful home in spite of Feek. That's good.
This is all AJ's work.
Yeah. So, y'all can find me the Why Not Podcast as well as the Wrap Up Podcast and Teddy_D_ on the Twitter. Shout out to Kai Lovin real quick. Also, shout out to the homie Polo. I had a chance to meet him.
Got to meet Polo.
Took some time out of his busy schedule to come out.
Test. Sorry about that.
Right.
We all just came from his housewarming party today.
Yeah, beautiful
to
house.
record beautiful house.
Yeah,
right in the city.
Indeed.
He's a fellow regentrifier. So yeah.
And also everybody that came out to the meetup, it was very cool.
Yes.
We appreciate every one of y'all, and support is definitely not forgotten or unappreciated. We truly do. So that's it. And Dwight Ted on Instagram, right? Yep,
yeah,
that's about right.
My name's Aaron B, aka Ashley3 Classy. Say it every week. A couple of different ways you can find the show. BlackAstronautspodcast@gmail.com. Leave us a 5-star review. We guarantee to read it on the show no matter what you say. We're back to that rule. No matter what you say, leave us a 5-star review. But just know if you leave something that we don't like, we're going to fry you.
You smell that desperation?
Like I said, this has been a great experience, and we're going to keep it going. Hopefully they invite us back next year. Until next time, y'all. Peace.
Peace.